Warning. The following content is intended for immature audiences only. The opinions of these two fine gentlemen should not be taken seriously at all.
The JTS 51 Podcast. Introducing your hosts, JT and Sai.
Hello and welcome to the JTS 51 podcast with myself, JT, and my co-host, as always, Sai. Sai, how are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm not so bad. It's funny, actually, because we were just talking before we started about we haven't done this for a little while because we had a little break over Christmas and stuff. And it feels it feels like, you know, when you go on holiday and you come back and you've forgotten all your passwords, how everything works.
Exactly. Where's the on button for my laptop again? I don't know. I'm struggling. No, it really does. Like we'll just say we've got some nervous energy. So yeah, it's like we're doing it for the first time again, which is crazy.
Feels a little bit. But we're going to be more professional this year. I was just saying I've checked. I've got no loose cables. All my stationery is secured to my desk.
Yeah, exactly.
We should have.
I'm the same. Yeah, nothing on my desk that can fall. And I'm not pressing my pen or like clicking my feet. Do you know what I mean? Nothing like that. So.
Although it's funny, I can tell I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks because I logged on and your first reaction was "Whoa!"
Oh no, generally, you know what it was? I was playing around with my settings on my camera, so my own face came up, and I was like, "Oh, hey, damn, I look rough." Luckily, it's not a video podcast yet, but yeah, bloody hell. Oh mate, so how was your Christmas? And oh yeah, by the way, happy New Year to all of our 4 listeners. Hope you did well out there. Hope you had a lovely Christmas as well. But sorry, how was your Christmas, mate?
Yeah, not so bad. Oh, don't forget to say, was it Happy New Year to the guy? What country was he from? Just like one random subscriber out in the middle of nowhere. I can't remember where it was now.
Was it the Philippines or something?
Somewhere like that. Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to my Filipino fan. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. That is talk about niche audience, I tell you.
100%.
Yeah, it's nice actually. Yeah, nice Christmas, nice New Year. Ate too much, drank too much, regretting it now. Actually, we're a little bit into January, so I've started to lose the puppy fat, although it's not really puppy fat anymore. Yeah. When does it stop being puppy fat?
You talk to the wrong guy, mate. I'm still trying to lose mine for the last 10 years. When your clothes start fitting, that's when you know it's time to lose some bloody weight. Like, last year, this was actually quite big on me. Now it's feeling a bit snug. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, everyone does it. Everyone does it.
I was going to say there's definitely a sizing thing going on, right? So my because we've said this 100 times before, but because we're lucky enough to do a little bit of work from home and whatnot, I asked my missus, can you just get us a couple of hoodies and stuff? Because it gets cold around the house, sort of in the winter months. And as you know, I don't like spending money, so I'd rather just layer up than put the heating on. Right?
100%. Extortionate prices, mate. I don't blame you.
Well, yeah, here in the UK, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. But in any case, I said, could you get us a couple of hoodies and stuff? See, I just thought I was a large or a big medium, however you want to put it. So she bought me a large. I put this thing on. Man, I was busting out at the chest. She took it back on the label. I'm not kidding you. This is like an XL. I'm like, oh man.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, Si. I've been a victim to that. Some brands are bigger and smaller than other brands, so don't worry about it. I got your back.
I'm just like, this can't be XL. Oh, jeez. That one, like, when you first put it on, so you put it over like your chest bit, and you're like, oh, I'm feeling ripped. Yeah. And then it doesn't go over your gut bit, and you're like, no,
I can't do it. Yeah, exactly. I've been a victim to that as well. So, because some hoodies will fit you quite nicely, right? And it kind of hides your fat, so you look kind of like you've been to the gym. I remember going to a Christmas link up with a few of old friends from high school, and as we sat down, I was wearing one of my favorite hoodies actually that I got a few months back, and he goes, "Oh man, have you been going to the gym?" I was like, "No, why?" He goes, "Oh, you're looking good." And then he put his hand on my bicep, and then he could feel that I haven't been going to the gym at all. I was like, "No, man, maybe it's a hoodie that fits well." Do you know what I mean? But yeah,
how did he back out of that one?
He just started laughing. Then we just poured each other a drink and just got on with it. So, oh man,
let's never speak of this story again.
Bantering me off straight from the start. But yeah, no, it was trust me, some clothes fit well, some clothes make you look hideous. So yeah, it's just got about picking wisely. Oh man.
Hey, breaking news. as my usual trick, taking my son to football and nipping over to the pub.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I thought I'd do my thing tonight.
Yeah.
I'll have a Coke, knowing they've only got Pepsi.
Yeah. Pepsi, okay, yeah.
They've got Coke.
What?
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's a plot twist and a half.
I know. I was doing that. Yeah, you know, I'll have a Pepsi. I was expecting that. Oh, sorry, I'll have a Coke. I was expecting no, we've only got Pepsi.
Pepsi,
but you
okay.
put a Coke, and I was like, oh, I don't want that one.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly. That joke's dead now. What?
Yeah, that's it. It's ruined.
Oh, next week you got to say, can I have a Pepsi, please?
Yeah, maybe they're just swapping it back. If I just go in there and keep annoying the guy,
Yeah.
It'll just order the drinks that I want. Then next is to get Caffrey's back on the menu.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Nowhere sells that anymore.
No, I haven't seen anywhere that does that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like a Guinness, but Caffrey's, yeah, that was good. Oh, talking of the pub, there was another story I wanted to tell you. Like, we were in there tonight, and sad news, my missus, her dad's dog died. Right,
Oh,
so obviously,
sorry to
she
hear
was
that.
reading the text. Right, okay,
Yeah.
so genuine story, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, we were sitting there just talking about it and normal chit chat, killing a bit of time. And this other couple come in, and they had quite a big, like a sizably, you could notice this was a big dog.
Oh,
yeah?
okay. Yeah.
I have no idea what the dog breed was, but you look at it, you know, like you look at dogs and they're just dog size.
Yeah.
I'm being ridiculous. I know nothing about dogs.
No, neither do I.
But this was bigger than the average dog size.
Yeah. And it was actually a dog, yeah? It had a tail.
Yeah, yes,
Okay,
no funny business in the story. It was just a big dog, right? But the guy, like, obviously the dog comes in and stuff, and it starts sniffing around. And the guy goes, "Oh yeah, no, it's all right. She's super friendly and whatever." So my missus is like, "Oh yeah, we were just talking about my dad's dead dog," and I'm just like, "You can't say that." Yeah, I know. So this guy's come over. He's all happy because everyone's paying the talking to. Yeah, we're just talking about.
in the mood, clever, yeah.
I didn't say anything in there, but I was just like, oh man, there's just no filter at all. No filter.
What are you talking? Why have you said that? Oh, do you know what? It's really innocent, right? She was just like trying to put, like, say, you know, we were speaking about dogs as well. She brought up an unfortunate thing.
So the guy's like, oh no.
Friendliness gone out the window, just filled with sorrow and despair now. My God. Oh, that's brilliant.
For that maybe not. But yeah, my missus got no filter. Sorry, we'll probably get onto this later actually, but my missus got absolutely no filter. I remember we were on holiday and we stayed in a let on a farm type thing, and the owner like come out to greet us and whatnot. And she goes, she starts talking about owning like rescue pigs and stuff, sort of in the conversation. Then a little bit further on into the conversation, the woman's then going, "Oh yeah, I'm a vegan and blah blah blah." So my missus then goes, "Oh yeah, I maybe I could be a vegan, but I couldn't give up bacon." I'm just like, I'm sure my missus just like the ultimate troll.
She could have said any other meat, but she goes, "Yeah, bacon."
Yeah, it's probably on her mind. The lady, because the lady mentioned it earlier in the conversation, so it's stuck in her head.
It's true, yeah, exactly that. Oh my God. How do you save pigs? Like she said, you got rescued. Like, did you ask? Or? She's not breaking into farmers' places.
No, what I think is the people like they get that, you know, like the micro pig things.
Oh right.
So people buy the micro pigs because they think, oh, they're cute and you can keep them in the house. And then however long it is later, I'm going to say 6 months, but I have no idea. I know nothing about pigs. They turn out that they're not micro pigs and they're just normal full-size pigs. So these people have just got to get rid of these animals. So she sort of takes them in and feeds them up. But yeah, this thing was massive. I don't know how somebody confused this for a micro pig. It was massive. Absolutely huge.
Yeah, so she's not like got a shotgun going into farms and saying, "Look, give me the pig," and no one gets hurt. That's quite noble of her, though. That's quite a nice thing to do, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. So you had a fun week?
Yeah, not too bad. Interesting TV. The Traitors is back. For anyone that knows the podcast now knows I am a massive fan of the Traitors. It's come to the point where I can't wait for it to come on. So sorry, just for anyone that doesn't watch, it comes on Wednesday, Thursday, and a Friday, right? So 3 days a week, and then that wait from that Friday to the next Wednesday, oh my God, it's so hard. Like even people at work, it's just like, oh, what day is it today? It's Monday. Oh fuck, I've got 2 more days till Traitors. Like people are actually saying this. Me and my wife, like we can't wait till Wednesday comes so we can watch the Traitors again. It's just a fantastic show, so it is brilliant, mate. Honestly, you got to watch it. It is absolutely brilliant. In the show, it just shows how stupid people are, and how people just follow the herd kind of thing. It's a great show, honestly. Anyone that watches it, that's listening to this, knows it's a great show. And yeah, oh my gosh, it is it's must watch TV for me in my house. Like, we genuinely cannot wait till Wednesdays come so that we can watch Traitors. That's how good it is. It is good, mate. It is good.
Yeah, I watched the last few episodes of the last season it was on because you got me into it.
Yeah.
I'd like to have seen it from the start, but I watched the end and I was like, oh, it's a bit weird going back to watch the start.
Yeah, I mean, you're in for a treat, to be fair, because you'll have about 6 episodes to watch now, which is good if you were to start, mate. So
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
you done well not to see any spoilers, not that you associate any names that you see online or rumors and stuff with the person, but yeah, honestly, give it a go, man. It's flipping hilarious because obviously anyone that's watched the Traitors knows how the game plays, and people voting people out for the most stupidest reason is ridiculous. Honestly, it's so bad. But it just goes to show how stupid some people can be and how like people can't think for themselves, especially when in a group environment. They'll just follow the opinions of other people because they're scared to voice their own opinion or go against the grain kind of thing. So yeah, but yeah, apart from that, it's been a good week. Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's funny because the last a couple of episodes, I can't even speak. The couple of episodes that I did watch, you're right about those silly reasons. Like they run out of like nobody's thinking logically. Or like if somebody comes up with they looked at me a bit funny, or they said this certain thing, then at least it's a clue to what they may be. But I saw ones that it was just like, oh yeah, they scuffed their shoe funny, and you're just like, what's that got to do with it? Or they wore their hat round the other way today.
Like, what's that about? That's suspicious to me. Like, shut up, man! My God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Susan tripped up today. I wonder if she's a traitor. No, it is hilarious when people don't have any legit reasons to vote people out. They come up with the most ultimate bullshit. But it is brilliant. It is brilliant. This season's been even better, to be fair, because obviously by the time this podcast comes out, I don't know if I can spoil it, but yeah, kind of a big person's gone out last week or this week, sorry.
Okay.
And she was the most aloof person I could think of. She was brilliant. She was a traitor, but she was the most obvious traitor like they could ever be. She was so like. She's a lovely person, but she was so dumb. It's like so thick that some of the things that she was saying, she didn't realize I could out her as a traitor, but she kept doing it anyway. Some fake reactions that come out of nowhere as well. Oh, sorry. When you watch it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And anyone that's listening to this that knows the show or watching the show will know exactly what I'm talking about as well. So, yeah, no, it's that's taken over my life recently, mate. As has another sport. So. You know, I've been playing football.
Oh, yeah, go on.
A lot of football. Well, I say a lot of football once a week. I've now got a craze for badminton, mate. So I've jumped into the badminton world.
Nice.
And so what happened? It came about because about a month ago, I think we couldn't get enough players for football, so we play 6-a-side on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it just kept getting cancelled. So numerous people would cancel. If you had 1 or 2 people cancel, we can get some extras. They can come in. They can fill in. They can play for us, right? But this was about 5 or 6 people were cancelling before like the game was on, like a day before. So this happened like 3-4 weeks in a row. And then I had a few other mates and they decided to say, do you know what? Should we play indoors? Should we play badminton or something? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll be up for that. I used to play tennis as a kid, so I thought I'd be good at badminton. So yeah, we started playing indoors. Now, mate, can't get enough of it. I'm playing like 2-3 times a week now. Honestly, that's so
great.
fun.
That is great. Just getting into something.
Oh, mate, it's brilliant because it's indoors. You're not in the cold, and you know you can play whenever you want as well. It's brilliant, no matter what the season is. But sorry, I've got to be honest, man. The first time I went, it was like it was a shared court, so there was like 3 courts on one side, 3 courts on the other side, and we jump onto our court, and then the guys next to us jump onto their court. Now the guys next to me were like 50, 60 years old. I'm thinking, how good can they be? You know, this is. I was thinking, that's really cute. You know, the old guys trying to be trying to be physical, trying to get some exercise. That's brilliant, mate. They start playing. I swear to God, it was like I was watching some pros playing. They were doing shots. Like I couldn't believe it. Like the reactions on these guys, they were super clever. Like with their shots, they were doing little drop shots, and they were pretending to hit one way and getting them out the other way. And I was like, my God, fucking hats off to these guys. These old guys are absolutely smashing it. And here's me like missing the shuttlecock completely. Like I might be looking like an absolute clown in front of these guys, but Yeah, as the weeks have gone on, mate, I've got much better, and it's become super enjoyable. So yeah, badminton is seemingly my new sport now, which is nice.
The nice thing about it is, even if you've not played before, I played a little bit, but even if you've not played before, at least
Yeah.
it's a gentle learning curve.
It
you know,
is. It
at
is.
least if you're rubbish, you've never played before, at least you can hit the thing. It's not like you said you played tennis. For me, that's a steep learning curve. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
hit the thing, right? But as soon as you put any power on it, that's it. It's down
Yeah.
the field. Like I remember
100%.
playing with a friend of mine who was great at it. He's just like, right, we'll just try a rally. It's like
Yeah.
I could just about get it over the, like no control.
Yeah.
But I could get it over the net
Yeah.
at like
Yeah.
and he goes, right, now put a bit of power on it, boom, out the court. Right, okay, let's try
It's
and
a
get
fine
boom
line.
out the
It's a
court.
fine line,
and
mate.
boom. It's just like, this is hopeless.
It is a fine line. As long like with badminton, it's more like you can put a lot of power into it, but it's going to slow down eventually. Like
Yeah.
sometimes before the end of the court on the baseline, but yeah, it's a massive difference from tennis. I thought, yeah, because I'm good at tennis, I'll be all right. I'll be good at badminton, not a problem. And then they came to a point where my friends would keep lobbing the shuttlecock towards me, so in the air. So I'll be like, yeah, I'm just gonna smash this, and mate, 5 times out of 10, I would miss it completely and make myself look so stupid. So it came to the point where they were just smashing at me because I know I wouldn't get it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna show you bastards. So I went home that night, and I was just because I was so stupid. Started YouTubing how to get better at badminton. It's like I was watching this guy teaching like how to smash, how to serve, what you should do with your feet, what you shouldn't do with your feet. It was fantastic. But yeah, now I'm proper into it now, mate. So yeah, it's kind of like the highlight of my week, to be honest. Now it's brilliant.
No, it's good to get stuck into something, and it's weird how quickly you get addicted to things, isn't it? Like obviously you haven't played for a while, but there you are on YouTube, googling how to do stuff, trying to figure out the answers on YouTube or whatever. And even like you were talking about the smash, so that's obviously one of the first weaknesses that were highlighted. Okay, fix that one, and then your mate hasn't got any way to score points on you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, now I'm normally the cheeky one when I play sports, so I'll do things that other people won't try or attempt, right? So I'm always putting myself up there for being a cheeky player, no matter what sport I play in. And so in badminton, they now know me as the guy that does the drop shots. So the shots that close to the net. So they know I'm gonna do it, right? It's just a matter of when, and that's when I catch them out because I make them think I'm gonna keep doing a drop shot, and that's when I smash it to the backcourt and catch them out. And then when I eventually do a drop shot, mate, they piss themselves laughing because they know it's coming, but they can't do anything to stop it. So, brilliant! I love it. I love it. It's such a good sport.
Well, that's the thing, though, isn't it? Once you've already set yourself to move, you undoing that is tricky. Like in football, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's, when they do those, you're just moving it away from somebody and you send them the wrong way. So you're prepared to go the other way. And they can't do anything because they've already shifted their momentum.
Up the shoulder, mate, and go. Absolutely.
And you're off. And you're off.
100%, man.
Yep.
I used to do that all the time. That's my go-to move as well in football. So, yeah.
Yep. Oh, I've said, didn't I? My son's been doing a little bit of football and stuff. He has his little flashes of like, that was amazing, and then he's a bit rubbish.
Oh, it happens. It's getting there. It's all right.
But,
it's all right.
But like tonight, right? He was playing fine, like not great, not bad, just fine all night. He was getting stuck in. He was enjoying it, and that's all I really want him to do.
Yep.
But he did this like just towards the end of the game, just like say one little flash of brilliance, like so some kid passed it to him. And he was sort of running down the wing and stuff. And like he managed to just knock it past this defender that was coming at him, which is fine, but he lost control of the ball a bit, right? So this other guy ran at him and he sort of back dragged it through behind him, tapped it out, and then left foot boot to the corner and got a goal. And I was just like, what?
Wow.
That's amazing. And then he just went back to being sort of normal again. And I was just like, that's just a little flash of brilliance. I was the dad on the line going, go on.
Yeah, you're on the sidelines like cheering him on. It's brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
Come on.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. You know what? It's those little flashes of brilliance. That's what you want to kind of increase as you get better at football, and then eventually it'll be your whole game. So yeah, no, fair play to your kid, man. He's doing well.
But as like all parents, I think I'm taking it more serious than he is. He's just like, yeah, just turn up, play with my mates. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you do. But you're going to score loads of goals, right?
Enjoy yourself.
Don't let him push you around.
Enjoy yourself, but if you don't score tonight, you're not having any dinner. But have a good time, yeah?
Yeah, enjoy it. Just relax. Stay calm.
Oh, no,
love it. No, I need to get in there and do some sport, actually. I've just been plagued with injuries for the latter part of last year, so I'm just taking it easy. Doing a little, gentle weights, gentle jogging. I think that's enough for the minute.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Ease yourself back into it.
Try and go 6 months without getting injured.
Yeah, it's tough as you get on. You know what it is? It's January now, so everyone's on the back to like New Year, New Me, fitness, and all that kind of stuff, and you see it everywhere. And then by the end of the month, that's when you start seeing people tailor off a little bit. I'm thinking it's just too much hard work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, just exercise. Well, it can be fun, like you say, when you're playing
Yeah,
sports and
yeah.
stuff. But gym, oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
dull. Weights, treadmills, cycling machines.
I'm
Oh,
definitely the type of person
no.
that would rather play a sport rather than just go to
Yeah,
the gym
same.
and do nothing. So, but when I do go to the gym, it's normally just cardio and doing a few weights. But what I like, I do like playing a sport because I'm essentially doing the same thing in terms of running, cardio, twisting, turning. You know, actually getting my steps in as well. So like, you know, just actually sweating, which is good. Yeah, I prefer that over just going to the gym and just doing normal stuff. Don't get me wrong, there are times where like you'll have to go to the gym, but yeah, for me, sport over the gym. Except when you got an injury, that's when you have to go to the gym and
So
kind of get the go easy and do it that way. But yeah, for me, sport over gym.
So I hear you went away earlier in the year, or was it? No, it's last year.
Last
now, isn't
year,
it? Crikey.
yeah. Let's talk about
yeah.
holidays. So yeah, I this was quite funny. So I booked a holiday with my family. It was quite funny. So I remember when we were planning it. I was like, "Yep, any ideas, guys, where we want to go?" We're all sitting in the room. Everyone's got their phones, their tablets, blah blah blah. Everyone's searching and everything.
Yep.
People are shouting random names. I said Turkey. Let's go Turkey. My wife's never been, but me and my family have, and we know it's a good place. So we were like, you know, it's really fun. Weather's good. I'm sure we can get a good deal. But my family kind of felt like, well, namely my sister and my wife felt like, oh no, let's go somewhere else. I was like, okay, where should we go? Mate, we were there for about 2 hours. By the end of the 2 hours, everyone was just shattered and no one was interested anymore. And I was like, all right, we're going to book something tonight, right? Because you guys keep telling me that we need to book something. So we're definitely booking something. Then then my sister shouted out, let's go to Tunisia. I'm like, okay, not really heard of any holidays there. Let me Google it.
Yep.
You know, I looked for all-inclusive holidays in Tunisia, blah blah blah. I found one, and I thought, okay, this looks really nice. Reviews are good. I'm just gonna book it. So I booked it. Everyone's happy. You know, flight sorted out, luggage sorted out, all that kind of stuff, all done. Blah blah blah, done. Everyone's like saying, "Ah, brilliant. Okay, can't wait to go." So we're leaving in about 3 weeks' time. Then I thought, oh, okay, let me see the area, what the area's like in Tunisia that we're going to. So I type in the area. The first thing that fucking comes up, on Google was a BBC News article saying 48 Brits slain in beach massacre on that hotel as well. And I'm thinking,
I think I remember that on the news as well.
Fuck, what have I done? Like, I've paid for it now. This is done. I can't get a refund. This is all done.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh my God, how do I say this to my family now? Like, shit, are you guys going to be all right? Because I know it happened a long time ago, but this is the first thing that comes up when you search the hotel and the area. So bloody hell. Then I was like, oh man, I've got to tell him. So yeah, I said, guys, just 1 second before you guys get up and, you know, do whatever you got to do. This happened. Look, there was a terrorist attack here, yeah, right? And people did die, but this was like 12 years ago, so we should be all right, right? 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 They're like, what have you done? I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't. No one googled it before, but yeah, no, we went. It was good. It was okay. I'll say it was okay. So we went to a 5-star Tunisian hotel with the family, all inclusive. So the first thing I learned is like when you step into this kind of place, it's 5-star by Tunisia standard, or not 5-star by the global standard. You know what I mean? So went in there, very clean, very nice, right? That was great. Got to our rooms. Oh my God, it was like we stepped into the 1980s. It was like, you know, old red carpet, wooden frames for beds, like the old type. It had like a 19-inch old TV, not even like the newer slim ones, like an old big one. Yeah, it looked like you stepped into a B&B in the 1980s. It was that kind of decoration and stuff. Okay, you know what? It doesn't matter. Like, let's go have a look at the beach. Let's go have a look at the dining hall and all that kind of stuff. You know, the pool. Went down. Pool was actually really nice. Not too bad at all. Went down to the dining hall and sighed. Oh my God! Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, the food was so bad. Like, no, I know.
You were going to say amazing.
Do you know when you
all right.
do you want to go on holiday, right? You're kind of expecting by the time you come back, look, you're going to enjoy yourself. You're gonna overindulge in food. It's all inclusive, so you're gonna have your drinks. You know, alcoholic drinks, beer, wine, soft drinks, blah blah blah, milkshakes, all that kind of stuff. mate, by the time we came back, we actually lost weight. That's how bad the food was. Um, it wasn't that the food was bad, right? It was that the food was so bland. And going to like Tunisia, which is a North African country, you think it'll be kind of full of flavor, rich in flavor, that kind of stuff. But it wasn't, mate. It was
Yes.
terrible. And the one thing I hated the most, yeah, was people's manners. Oh my god! So I'm there as a holiday maker, and we're British, so we kind of like the one thing that we're good at is knowing how to queue, right, for things. We're world class when it comes to queuing. Right? We all queue for everything. So I would wait in line. My whole family, we would kind of wait in line, go into the various kind of tables where you got different buffets, right? And people did not care for queuing, and it really pissed me off. People were just cutting in at any opportunity to grab the food just in front of you. I'm like, whoa, excuse me. Like when I'm standing there at the buffet, there's just hands coming from all different directions in front of me, beside me, just grabbing whatever's there. I'm like, man, just chill out, innit? You know what I mean? Just relax. Everyone's gonna get their food. But it was a case of like, the chef comes up with a fresh set of fries or chips. He would put it into the buffet table, mate. Within 10 seconds, if you're not there, all of them are gone. All of them are gone. And it wasn't even if the chips were good, mate. They were rubbish. They were absolutely rubbish. They were like, they weren't like, if they were like packet chips you get from like freezer bags full of chips, right? If they were like that, I'd be so happy with them. These guys had actually made the like home kind of made their chips, so they would have got like the potato, they would have cut it up, they would have fried it. But mate, when you had it, it was like disgusting, mate. It wasn't crispy. It was like flipping all like sloppy. Oh, it was nasty. And I was like, oh my god. The only thing they done right was one of my missus' favorite actually was their fresh donuts. So
Oh, I do like, donuts are great.
so they made fresh donuts which were amazing. But even they were like on selected days. So my wife would get up early for breakfast, like, oh, we have to go for breakfast, we have to go for breakfast, we have to get the donuts. I'll be like, okay. And then like 3 days out of the 6 that we were there, they didn't have the donuts. So she was so disappointed because the only good thing that was there was the donuts. Oh mate, it was unbelievable. But the food was quite bland, and that's the thing. It was very bland, and that was the first kind of 5-star resort I've been to that didn't serve like great food. It was really bad.
Isn't that strange though? Because I mean, I don't believe it to be true now, but do you remember there was the whole stigma about British food being rubbish? And like obviously, until you go somewhere else, we're used to it, and I guess by some other country standards, yes, maybe. But then that's not quite true when you go a little bit further afield in life. If you can't get chips right.
If you get everything else wrong, not a problem. But if you can't just get chips right, at least. You know what I mean? Just get chips right. Oh, it was crazy. So they didn't. They made their own version of beans. I know this is a thing, right? Us, we love beans, right? And I've been to so many places where they've just not got beans correct. Like it's been so terrible. In America, you ask for beans, you start getting like different types of beans, not tomato beans, like proper beans. That's not what you want. This place kind of had like their own version, but it was like so. Oh man, it was mushy and was not Heinz. Do you know what I mean? It was not Heinz beans. But yeah, it's just one of those things where the food wasn't great, but everything else was pretty much okay, apart from some staff staff there are really lovely. Like they will kind of do everything for you that they can do, but they kind of over promise and under deliver, which is a shame. So I remember when I first got to the hotel, we'd actually booked a seafront, a sea facing room. Unfortunately, when we kind of like checked in, they said, oh, we haven't got a sea facing room. So the guy said to me, he said, if you come back to me tomorrow, I'll promise you I'll get you a sea facing room. I was like, okay, no problem. I'm not one to kick up a fuss.
Let me guess, you cut out a letter C and then just put it opposite your room door.
That would have been better than what actually happened. Do you know what I mean? So I'm okay with this kind of stuff, right? I'm all right. I'll give him a bit of leeway. When my wife was like, that's not really nice. They should, they should be putting us in a sea facing room, like, I was like, I know, but they are packed. Like the hotel was absolutely packed. So I was like, I'll give him a bit of leeway, give him a bit of good faith, not a problem. I went back the next day, and the guy's rushed off his feet. He's obviously trying to avoid me as much as he could. So I'm there standing at the front desk waiting for him to finish with the multiple customers. Same excuse. I'm so sorry. Not enough people have checked out today. If you come back tomorrow, I promise you I'll do something really nice for you. I promise, like, I'll get you the room. I'm like, all right, disappointing, but fine. Okay, I'll give you another day. Third day, same thing again. Would you believe it? The guy's too busy. The hotel's. I was like, all right, this is taking the piss. I'm not even going to ask now. We're only here for about 5 nights. So we're on the third night already. There's literally no point to change. It's fine. Fourth day, he's now he's antagonizing me because every time I walk past, he's giving me a nice hello, like, you know, thank you, like, how you doing? And I'm like, you little bastard, like, oh my god, like, you're taking the piss now. Like, surely you're taking the piss. Fifth day, he goes, oh, I've got your room. I'm like, fucking forget it. This is ridiculous. What am I going to do with it now? I'm only here for a few hours. Like, this is ridiculous. Oh, mate. But saying that, though, the beach was actually quite nice. You know, where the terrorist attack happened, that was actually quite nice.
You're still here.
Yeah,
Double bonus.
I'm still there. Absolutely fine. The pool was actually quite nice as well. So, yeah, everything was nice apart from the food, which is not really good when you've paid for a 5-star all-inclusive. So, yeah, decent. Tunisia, would I go again? No, but yeah, not bad hotel.
I love in your rating there. Want to go again? No, but it's a great place.
Place would not recommend again.
On the scale of 1 to places that suck.
Pretty sucky.
Well, just that hotel though, right? Because obviously you didn't. I don't imagine you went out maybe too far, because you always get. I find the same as well. Whenever I go away, you get sort of caught up into the touristy bits, and actually, if you had a guide or you had time or whatever it is, you would go out and experience it a bit more, wouldn't you? But it's just with family holidays, it's different. So you kind of stay close to the hotel, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Actually, you know, you're right. But my mum is a type. Actually, my wife is as well. To be fair, that they kind of set aside one day to go do cultural things. So go visit the area, go outside. You know, go to the front desk, ask them how can we get around and all that kind of stuff. Is it safe? Or you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we ended up going out on the I think it was like the second last day. Visited a port, which was really nice actually. Went on a little boat ride, that was quite cool. Yeah, then went to a restaurant where they kind of promised us the world, but that wasn't great either. To be honest, it was like the idea of what you were saying was amazing. We had, you know, you get those cheeky chappies that are just trying to entice customers to come in. So he goes, so there was a guy, right? He had a little bit of a UK accent, a little bit of a British accent twang, but it wasn't fully British. So he saw me. Obviously, I'm dressed. You know, I've got my hat on. I've got a nice shirt on, trainers, blah blah blah. He goes, "Hello, mate." He goes, "Where are you from?" I said, "Oh, I'm from UK." He goes, "England." He goes, where are you from?" I said, "I'm from London." Oh, he goes, "Oh, I've been London." I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm just a little bit further up." I said, "Oh, whereabouts?" He goes, "Manchester." I'm like, "Oh, this guy has not been to London. He's talking absolute shit." Because he knows, if he knew, he would know how far Manchester and London is. Oh my god! Then he started talking about things that are British that's got nothing to do with Manchester. I was like, all right, this is. But you know what? I'll give him props for trying. Do you know what I mean? Just to entice some customers in. So yeah, he got us sat down, gave us a menu. We ordered quite a bit. Had it. It wasn't too bad. It was better. It's probably better than the hotel, but yeah, wasn't too bad, mate. But yeah, went to see some markets. Came back. Yeah, you know, done a lot of stuff there. Got some souvenirs, and that's it. Came back, and the next day we flew back, which was quite nice. So now compare that to my holiday to Abu Dhabi. Oh my god, Sai! When I say Abu Dhabi is fucking amazing, it is like literally that was one of the best holidays I've ever had. Absolute luxury. The people can't do enough for you, mate. Honestly, like if you think they've done a good service, they want to provide you a great service. Like honestly, it is amazing. The hotel was incredibly luxurious. The food, sorry, out of this world, mate. Out of this world. It was unbelievable. The pool was incredible. They had like 14 restaurants within the hotel itself. So like, oh man, it was unbelievable. All inclusive as well. So premium drinks. The beach was fantastic. The pool was amazing. Oh man, like it was like pure heaven. I cannot anyone that's listening to this, I cannot recommend it enough. Abu Dhabi is a place to be. Beautiful place, beautiful country. The people are just so nice there. Honestly, felt safe. And my favorite part of that was I went stargazing. So it was actually
nice.
So that was amazing. So basically, feels like I'm rambling on here, but a little bit. But
No.
there was there's a place in Abu Dhabi which is called it's like the darkest place in Abu Dhabi. And if you go there, you'll get a beautiful view of the stars, like the galaxy and all that, the Milky Way and all that kind of stuff. So it's always been on my bucket list. Always been my wife's bucket list to actually go and see the stars, to go stargazing. So we went, mate, it was absolutely amazing experience. That is literally one off the bucket list. It was that good. We were there for 2-3 hours just staring at the stars. It was like so bright in the sky. There's like, you can see thousands and thousands of stars just above you, in the darkest place in Abu Dhabi. It's not in the middle of the desert. Yeah, that was amazing. But yeah, that one, I'd go every year, Si. I'd literally go every year. It was that good.
It's almost a shame you did that one first, because now you've got the high bar and everything's not going to live up to it. And
No, it was amazing. It was amazing. If I'd recommend it highly if anyone's looking to do a holiday. But yeah, that was mate. Comparing the two holidays, it's like chalk and cheese.
No, it's nice to go out and see different places, even if they don't all sort of rack up as the best places you visited. And at least you're getting out and seeing different cultures and stuff, because we all get wrapped into our own little worlds, don't we? And then when you see things from the other side, you're like, nah, actually, it's not so bad where we are.
That's a good point. That is a good point. To be fair, that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me, even though the food was rubbish in that hotel. It was just an experience to go out there, because I've never been to Africa before, so that was incredible. Going to North Africa and seeing that continent, or a little part of it, and seeing what that place is like. It was no, I loved it. I genuinely loved it. It was a good holiday. It's just just the food was rubbish. So that's about it, really.
I wonder if, just talking about your stargazing, I wonder if back in the day, before all the light pollution, if people actually got used to seeing the sky. Because obviously I've not seen it as clear as you have, where you can see all the stars and, all the satellites and whatnot going on. But the times I have, you're just looking at and it doesn't seem real. And I wonder that if we didn't have the light pollution and it was just there every night, if you would eventually go, oh, that's just the stars, and it would just become normal. Because you see it now and it's like, it just doesn't feel real.
And you're right. It makes you feel so small. It's just incredible. I think you're right, mate, because I thought about this myself, actually, interestingly enough. So back in the day when they didn't have all these lights and, basically electricity, that must have been a normal thing for them at night time. As soon as the sun goes down, my God, can you imagine the views they must have had? No matter where you were in the world, you would have had amazing views of the stars, and that must have been like pretty normal to them. Whereas obviously for us, it's just a case of we have to go to dedicated places to go see this kind of stuff for ourselves.
No, you do, because you're seeing something that, you're sort of peering behind the curtain, so to speak, because you don't see it all the time, do you? And even on clear nights, just because of the light pollution, which is weird, actually. I was thinking this driving back the other day. I'm going to segue a little bit here. But have you noticed how dark and rubbish the UK roads are?
Absolutely.
Right. Because it used to be, when I grew up, like all the streets would be really well lit. And ever since we've gone down this energy saver route, I don't know whether they lowered the power, they've obviously changed the bulbs and whatever. Right, so you cannot see anything on any of these roads. So I was driving back from somewhere. It's like the old sort of B roads, windy roads and stuff like that, right? You can't see the edges. So the cat's eyes, they don't work. I'm going to rant now. So the cat's eyes don't work. So they're not reflecting the light at you. The side of the roads where the markings usually are, there aren't any. And the ones that are there are so worn in that they basically don't work, right? It's completely dark. And the only light you get is when you approach sort of a junction, but there are lampposts, so they've just deliberately turned them off or just put really crap bulbs in them. So everywhere I drive now, I'm just like, why can't I see the stars? Because we are not lighting anywhere anymore.
You're 100% right, mate. Honestly, it really pisses me off. They've definitely changed the bulbs to energy saver ones, and they don't give up much light. Back in the day, look, you're right. Back in the day,
no,
you could see the whole road under those lights, but now it's like you can barely see the tree that's right next to the light. It's ridiculous. Honestly, yeah, they've changed the bulbs, they've reduced the energy. It's crap now. And the roads are even worse. Like, you know what I mean? It's even worse. When it's raining, I don't know if you get this or if anyone else listening gets this. When it rains, I can't see the floor markings, mate. You know what I mean?
Same.
It's just so dangerous. Oh my God. Oh no, it's terrible. I don't know what's going on.
It used to be a joke a few years ago, wasn't it? That people with the SUV and some 4x4s. Oh, you're going to use that in the city, are you? Why do you need a 4x4? Have you seen the roads? Some of the potholes. We parked in. We had to take something back to the post office the other day, and we parked in this space, and I don't know what has gone on, but the actual part of the tarmac had sunk in, must be about 3 or 4 inches. So we parked, and you felt the car just lean over. This is why I need a 4x4 to drive around town.
It's terrible. You're right. It is terrible. There's so many potholes on the road as well. It's like you're on a bloody roller coaster sometimes. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. Everywhere you go, it's terrible.
Well, they're saving money because they don't need to put speed bumps anywhere anymore.
Got the potholes. They'll sort out the speed. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Uneven, so you're just bouncing around in your car. Just I made it.
Yeah, it's getting worse and worse. Mate.
I don't know where all my money goes because it isn't on repairing stuff. I tell you, all the taxes
quick
we pay.
fixes, fill it up with sand and go.
No, it isn't it. I know You know when they fix the roads around it? I don't like it. So just for anybody listening, I can't believe this is specific to the UK, because I'm sure other countries have it as well, but it is particularly bad over here at the minute. First world problems and all that. But yeah, their solution is, right, so you've got a big pothole and it's not great, but you can see the thing. What they do instead is they come along, they put a bit of gravel in it. As you say, they don't even tarmac it. They just put some gravel in it. So then 2 days, so number one, it becomes then like a skid hazard because it's just loose gravel, right, on like a 60-mile-an-hour road. And 3 days later, it's just back to being a hole again. Just now that you've got stones everywhere that are flicking up, chipping the car windows. So genius.
So they're not even doing a good job. And then when someone drives past it quickly, you hear a little tink on your windscreen. You're like, what the hell was that? It's just they're just damaging other cars. It's crazy.
If you get the old snipe shot, you could be driving along, a stone will get stuck in your tire, it'll flick out and hit a pedestrian. So that's the trick shot.
Liable. Who's liable, Si?
Yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah. Oh, just mad. We're mad.
Mad times.
It's funny. I remember years ago watching, who was it? Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman, when they did the long way round thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
They got 2 motorbikes and just basically drove around. Fascinating little series. And I remember them for the longest time. They were driving in all I think it was across Africa or somewhere like that, and obviously all the off-road roads, all the dirt tracks and stuff. And they were relieved to get to a country that had just proper tarmac roads.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it would just be, they come over here. Oh, we're here again.
Oh.
Can we go back on the dirt tracks?
No, it was better than this. God.
Yeah, exactly. UK roads, love it. Hey, I had a funny story for you. Just while we're talking about funny stories, while we're ranting about the UK. So, GP doctor's appointments.
Impossible. Yeah, you're more likely to win
Yeah.
the lottery than get a GP appointment at the moment. So,
just before I tell you this other story about my mum, I had a funny thought on the way to work the other day. You know how there's like James Bond? This is going somewhere, by the way. So James Bond, the code name 007, right? There's a theory bouncing around on the internet that the reason that the actor changes every time is because in the Bond world, the actual person, Bond, retires and the new one comes along and takes over the 007 code name, right? I actually think it's like this for GPs in this country. So you can't actually see a GP most of the time, yeah?
yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't know why they send you letters saying that your doctor's name has changed, right? They may as well just leave the name the same, and then the new person comes in and just adopts the old doctor's, because you haven't met them, you haven't seen them, they just send you letters and stuff. They just come in. It could be Brian from wherever, he comes in, does it, and then Jeremy comes in, but he just takes over whatever the assigned doctor name is, and you just saves some
Let's
paper.
call them Dr. No. Way.
Yeah,
Or
Dr. What was that? What was the show? Dr. Leg? Was that EastEnders, wasn't it, or something like that? It was like a famous Dr. Leg.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Like, yeah, just call him Doctor. Just you've always seen Doctor A, Doctor B, Doctor C.
Exactly. But no, the story about my mum. So she got a letter that she had to go speak to the GP or whatever, and I haven't got to the bottom of if she misread it or if they sent the wrong letter. In any case, she walked to the GP's, right? She arrived there and obviously went to the reception, and they were like, "Oh no, you're not supposed to be here. This is a phone conversation, right?"
Okay.
Now, if I was there, I would have said, "Okay, well, we're here now, so let's just go and see the doctor," right? Yeah. But they said, "No. To my mum, you've got to go." And she's old, so she just sort of trusts these idiots that are running the show. So she walks home, and the doctor that was at the GP phones her house. And I'm just like, so that she walked there, they made her walk home. You could have just opened the door. So she told me this story, and I'm like, well, I'll tell you what you could have done. You could have taken my mobile phone and just phone across the divide into the.
Just so you can ring it. Just take that slot you had to call her.
Yeah.
Just don't call her. Call her into the room. Just speak. That defies logic, side.
I know. But this is what I was saying. The receptionist should have just given her the phone and just said, "Look, he's just sitting the opposite side of that wall, but we have to stick to the rules." Hello? Or just do you remember the old with the cups and the string? They
Give
could have
him
done
one.
that.
Yeah,
Yep.
give him one. Let her have one. Shut the
At
door.
the other end. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi.
or she could-
You right there? Yeah, I'm not bad.
What seems to be the problem? Well,
I've just
Yeah.
walked 20 minutes to the GP and now my knees hurt.
I'm out of breath as well.
Yeah.
The thing is that she could look. I understand, like, if the doctor was working from home, for example, like he's on the phones from home. But the fact that she said no, he's in the office just there. But no, you're gonna have to go home so you can speak to him. Like, oh my god.
Oh,
Oh man, I
we
wouldn't.
do live in a mad world.
Yeah, I wouldn't have left. I'll be like, okay, time to ring my mobile. And I sat in the surgery. I'll be like,
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that is shocking.
And you wonder where all your taxes are going, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
This has been a bit of a rant, this first one back. This isn't how we start the new year.
I
is it?
know,
You
I
all
know.
moaning about like your food isn't great on holidays, me moaning about the GPs of bloody British roads.
Oh my god, we're just getting it all out there, at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. With the first episode, we're going to rant through this one.
Yeah.
Next one will be cheery.
That's right.
Okay.
100%. 100%. So, Si, did you go anywhere last year?
Yeah, nowhere as extravagant as you. We just nipped across to Wales.
Oh, nice. Oh, mate, I love Wales. I genuinely love Wales. It's some of my favourite holidays I've actually been there.
Yeah, it's just a bit easier with the kids and
Yeah.
stuff, and it just pile in a few hours down the road. Nice countryside,
Yeah.
forest, all the stuff you want to get away from the towns and cities and things like that. It is like going back in time a little bit in a positive
Yeah, no,
way.
it is.
Everybody's friendly out
Yes.
there. You walk down the street and I feel weird because people say hello and I'm like,
What do you want?
what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
exactly,
They're up to something.
You're lucky you're lucky if you escape London with a punch in the face these days.
That's quite polite in London too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No,
it's amazing, and absolutely
I
amazing.
think it's an accent. I think the Welsh accent sounds super friendly. I think for me.
Well, it's just their whole demeanour, and so we turned up pretty late in the afternoon, and we had to grab some food. So we just found a little like Stop and Shop type thing, like a little family-run shop, and we pulled into the car park. People just turned around and started talking to us. So they picked up on our accent, obviously not being Welsh. The usual where you from, what you blah blah blah. We were standing there for like 25 minutes, just talking to a couple of random people just in the car park, and I'm like, this. I don't know. I like it, but it feels weird.
That's right. I'm not used to this.
Yeah,
I'm not used to this.
yeah. And they were being like really helpful. They're like, "There's a pub down the road up there. There's a park for the kids over." I was just like, "What? This is what it should be about, eh?" But yeah, no, fantastic little place. Although I did wonder. I always question. When you see in movies, they can't get a phone signal, so they have to find the highest point, right? So you can't go anywhere in Wales without crossing a mountain. Yet the reception on my phone is the worst it's ever been. And I don't know what's going on.
Like Elon needs to send his satellites to Wales.
He does, doesn't he? I don't know.
Yeah.
If you're a soldier and you get stuck in, you're done for. If you're in an action movie and you're in Wales, that's it. Just accept it. Yeah, you've lost. The zombies are going to get you. The mission you
Actually, to be fair, you can if there is zombies, if there's ever an apocalypse, just go up a mountain. They're not going to get to you that way. So.
Just climb a tree.
Yeah.
I think everybody was hoping for the zombies in COVID, but it never happened.
Yeah. To be fair, Welsh zombies will probably be really polite. They probably won't eat you. They'll probably be pointing you to safety.
Do you think vegans and vegetarians convert back when there's zombies?
That is a great question. Oh my god, they must do. You'll never see a zombie eating a plant. You know what I mean?
What, just like you're watching a movie and then, they're about to attack you. Somebody just throws some daisies over there and then the zombies just
That's
run that
right.
way.
They'll be like, oh, no, that's my daisy. Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah. Must do. Absolutely must do. That is a brilliant, sorry, that is a great question. I swear to God, that is a brilliant question. Do vegan zombies eat humans?
Well, they would have to, right?
We've got the title of our pod here. That's a great question. Oh my God, that's a great question. Nah, I'm thinking...
Because they would be horrified. There would be some internal questions going
exactly. Yeah,
for sure.
100%. Oh my God.
Do you think they'd be still telling the other zombies that they're vegan, though?
100%. If that was the case, they'll be like, oh, you eat humans? How disgusting. And they munch on their grass.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
But yeah, talking about road signs, some of the roads out there are a little bit old. And I don't mind it, actually, because you're in a place that is, I don't want to say older because it's not. But some parts, when you get out to the countryside, then the roads are a little bit like they're still better than we've got here. Actually, like I'm saying they're B roads.
They're solid.
The ones where it's like single track roads, but then they got the little bit of the bush that's cut out, and you sort of park half on the road, half. So you let the other car
go past,
and then a truck just blazes past you, takes half the paint off the side of your car. Those roads, right?
Sorry,
right. But their signage is mad out there. So
yeah,
they've got. So you'll be driving down this like really tiny narrow road, and it'll be national speed limit, so like 60 mile an hour for anybody that's sort of watching this. And then you'll approach a proper 2-lane road through a village, and it'll be 20 mile an hour.
Yeah.
So, which I kind of get, but it's like there's no real distance in between when you're changing gears. So you'll drive through a tiny little town that's maybe 5 houses long, and you'll be doing 20 mile an hour. And then it'll be straight up to national speed limit again. So you sort of plough up the road, and then you get 200 yards, and then it'll be back down to 40 because you're driving past a shed. And then it'll be back up to 60 mile. And I was just like, I don't know if it was where we were, but honestly, I was just like 60, 20, 40, 60, 20. I was just like, exactly. And you could just like when you go from, it's like it's not a gradual decrease either. So it's 60 straight down to 20. So you're just like, it doesn't feel like you're moving. You're sitting there like, my car doesn't go this slow. You put it in first gear and it's still trying to push into like 25 mile an hour because you're like going down a hill.
Right,
I don't know how to go any slower.
Oh, mate, they must have so many claims for rare end hitting drivers.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like
60 to 20.
You're literally tailgating, like everyone's bumper to bumper, just like rolling down the hill because the cars can't go any slower.
That's right, exactly. Oh my god, that is weird. But I suppose that for them that's completely normal. For us, it's like well, central London is 20 miles per hour everywhere you go, so that's one thing. But yeah, bloody hell, 60 to 20 to 40 to 60 to 20 again.
This is madness. Yeah,
that is amazing.
Man, I wasn't a fan of it. But yeah, talking about their road signage. So there was some hilarious ones. So where we were, very, very hilly sort of mountainous. And those sort of trails where you're driving and then you have this tiny little wooden fence that's half falling to pieces, and then just a sheer drop the other side. Right, so we went down plenty of those, right? But there was one sign that just made me laugh. So it was a sharp U-bend with just a plummet drop the other side, right? And then, but just before, maybe 20 yards before the corner, it was just a warning, muddy road. Nothing about it being a U-turn. Nothing about you could fly off the end and like plummet to your death. But just there could be some mud on the road. And you're like, I am in the middle of nowhere, so I expect the mud.
Yeah, exactly.
but the instant death after that, can we have a little
just a little warning for that? Yeah, exactly.
A little bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many little bits like that, and it just caught me out.
The way you say that, it's like it reminds me of like movies where they approach like a U bend on a cliff.
Yes.
So a little bit like James Bond, to be fair. Yeah. So bloody hell, it's so easy. Just slide off and flip in. Have your car flip over like 10 times and land at the bottom of the bloody.
Well, it felt like that. I mean, luckily, like I was driving slow anyway because I didn't know the roads, and you just naturally go slower. And obviously, we were driving around in the daytime and stuff anyway. But yeah, I just thought it was funny that you had that there was the sign for the mud, not for the instant death. Not for and it wasn't like a sharp. It wasn't like a shallow turn. It was a proper like turning back on yourself. Yeah, anything more than 30 mile an hour, you would have been off the cliff.
Yeah, you're gone. Bloody hell.
Well, but yeah, I just lucky we have like sat navs and stuff because you can sort of see the road as you drive. I can see that there's a tight corner coming up here. I'll
God.
Brace myself. Hang on, kids, this could be a rough one.
Thank God for Google Maps and Waze. Oh my God, yeah, literally.
Because there were stories of those, weren't they, when they first came out, that like people were driving
into lakes. Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
Like people were trusting it so much that they weren't trusting their eyes in front of them, and they were just driving out into like lakes and rivers and all that shit. The road hasn't been there for 20 years, and it's closed, but they're still going to drive through it. Just like, do you know what I mean? Because my sat nav says so. Oh my God! Thank God it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, they have got a bit better, haven't they? Much better.
And autonomous cars driving you into lakes because the sat nav's not been updated. Like,
I don't know. I hear about all this. The cars that driving themselves at the minute, and I don't know if I could ever trust it. Like I can't remember what podcast I was listening to the other day, but it was some chap and he was driving like across America, but obviously he went to sleep and just put it on the auto drive thing, and off it went. And I think it was like a Tesla or something like that, and which is fine. I don't know if I just
Trusting your life,
I don't know if I can trust it.
True.
Yeah,
What it takes is one faulty sensor to stop working.
one faulty sensor, the signal
Yeah.
not to come down to your car. Just
But that's the future, mate.
don't
That
know.
would be the future. Like 20, 30 years from now, God knows. Like we might have like self-driving taxis. You just call it Uber. Uber parks up at your house. You press your destination, it drops you straight off. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. Whatever happens, but yeah, it is part of the future. So it's inevitable.
Yeah. I mean, it would be cool if that's how it worked. Like you literally you scan something in, and it whatever the local closest car is to your house just comes, picks you up, and drops you off where you want to go.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah. I did hear that theory. So, was that a theory? Yeah, someone was talking about that you wouldn't own cars, or obviously the rich would own cars, but most of us wouldn't. You would just have a pool of cars in your area, and then you just logged onto a thing, said you wanted a car, the closest one would come to you, take wherever you wanted, and then bug it off and
carry on.
did
Yeah,
the rest of it around somewhere else. Yeah,
cities like New York or London would probably benefit from that big time. To be honest with you, where like most people in central London you don't really see them owning cars. They're usually like more black cabs and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I could see that working in New York. I could see that working in London. Maybe most metropolitan cities. That'd be quite crazy, actually. Just like automatic Uber, but for everyone.
actually, I heard a weird story at work today. Actually, right, so I didn't get a chance to follow it up, but got someone that started at our work, and just where'd you come from? Blah blah blah, all the nonsense. How long does it take you to get in? That type thing. And she was saying, oh yeah, a couple of hours, whatever. Okay, fine, whatever. No, sorry, hours get in. I said, oh yeah, no, that's a bit of a trek on like public transport and stuff. And she goes, oh yeah, but it used to take me an hour and a half to get to my other office. And I was like, okay, well, the public transport is a bit crappy in the UK. She goes, yeah, it's weird how it works, because like the office was like 15 minutes up the road, and it took me an hour and a half on the
That doesn't make any sense.
public transport. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I thought she said 50 at first, so I re-clarified. I didn't
Misheard,
want to say
yeah.
it at first, because I just thought I misheard. But then she said it again. No,
Yeah.
15 minutes. 15 minutes? What? How does that work? So you could, even if it's
Yeah, half
15
an hour, yeah.
minutes in the car, what's that? 20 minutes walking? Half hour walking? That's still less than an hour and a half.
Oh, did she go into detail what the hell she was doing?
What? No. What? So like new person, I don't
Oh,
like.
right.
I'm not going to go into
To me, it
detail
sounds
about
like
it, and I didn't
she's
want to press her or anything. But yeah,
To me, it
I
sounds
don't
like
know.
she's gone off in the wrong direction every morning. You just have to come back. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
So when I know
Yeah.
this person a little bit better, I'm going to ask her what the,
Oh,
because there
brilliant.
must
There
be a
you go.
reason. Maybe it was just like
Future
I
pod.
don't
This
know.
has got to wait for the answer. There you go.
Yeah. I just, when people say stuff to you like that,
Yeah.
you're like, well, number one, did I hear it right? I definitely heard it right because I got it repeated. But then the next one is, okay, so if it was 15 minutes ago, like,
I'm not making any sense of it, so I can be honest. I'm struggling to think of how this could work. Like 15 minutes away from your house, but because you take,
like even in a car on a 30-mile-an-hour road, like walking, that's still not an hour and a half.
no, it's not. I don't know. I can't. Mate, you're gonna have to ask. Our viewers are gonna be wondering the same thing. They're gonna be thinking like, "What the hell's going on here?"
That guy in the Philippines is going to be like, you guys don't know what you're on about.
No, exactly. And I need answers now. Damn it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, no, so we talking about a holiday, yeah, what did we do? We stayed in this like little cottage thing. It was very nice. With this sort of sheep outside the window and stuff like that. You were saying to me before about hearing weird noises, what's it, from your foxes
Oh
and stuff.
my god! So a few nights ago, this has been going on for a few years actually. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard this, but I was sleeping. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I heard a scream, a really loud scream. Right, I thought someone's in trouble. Like it sounded like a lady screaming, and I thought, shit, someone's in trouble. Something's happened. Right, someone is screaming their head off. I look outside. I can't see anything. Pretty sure I heard the scream. Like maybe I'm bugging out. I heard it in my dream or something. Get back into bed. 5 minutes later, I hear the same scream. I'm like, all right, no, this is definitely real now. So I look outside again. I still can't see anything. And now I've opened my window and I'm actually trying to look left, right, and see like, is someone in trouble? Like this is crazy. So I stood there, head outside my bloody window, like looking like probably a lunatic. And then I see a fox, right, run into the middle of the road, and it keeps looking back, like it keeps looking backwards. And I'm like, what's this fox bloody doing? That's probably looking for rubbish or something to eat. Then another fox comes. Mate, you won't believe it. They just started shagging on the road. These two foxes, right? And then the female screamed, and it was the female. It was the female was screaming, like just like it was like the female fox was actually bloody screaming in pleasure. I'm assuming the way that she was screaming, but it sounded like a human scream, mate. And I was like, oh my god, two foxes are shagging at 2 a.m. in the morning. Like, oh bloody hell! Like, what are we meant to do? This is crazy.
Do you know what else is funny? Is there's probably somebody else in one of the other houses near you also looking out the window going, I can see two foxes shagging in the street.
And JT's watching them. What a pervert.
Yeah, what's going on over there? He goes back in, tells his mate, we got some kinky neighbours in here.
See, we don't believe what I just caught JT doing. Bloody yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Shit, man.
But yeah, we were staying in this place and you know, you get the sheep like barring at each other in the morning. And I like this, the sheep that made me laugh. It's like, you know, it's early in the morning, 6 o'clock or whatever. You hear them all like, burr, 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 not whatever. And then all of a sudden there was just a, it's like one of them hadn't worked it out or started to do it and then fell down a hole. I can't work out which it was, but I was just sitting there like all calm and relaxed, you know, and you just hearing the sheep and stuff, and then you just hear this idiot sheep in the corner of the field, and I just started laughing, and my kids must have heard it too because my son come in and he was like, "Dad, did you just hear that sheep?" I was like, "I couldn't not."
That's tickled me there, bloody hell. Oh, that's no better alarm clock than that, mate. To be
No, but it only works if you're not expecting it. Oh, that's the thing. And you got to have like, you know, maybe 20 minutes of like the, you know, just the sort of wind blowing past the wind, you know, that nice sort of wind blowing past the house sort of sound and the tree sort of rustling and the other sheep just like, yeah.
Amazing. Oh, but that is one thing about Wales, man. The people are lovely. Even the beaches. Oh my god, the beaches don't even look like they're from the UK. So yeah, it's a nice holiday. But yeah, glad you had a good time, mate.
No, yeah, it was nice. It was nice, and you know, as you say, friendly people down there. Someone's got a sense of humour because we were in this sort of old barn thing, and there's a couple of low ceilings and bars across the ceiling in there. And I turn around once. I learnt my lesson the first time. Turned around once and cracked my head on this beam. Yeah, you know when you sort of see stars from in it, right? And I was just like, I sort of toughed it out a bit. And it's like, oh, I can take it. Anyway, I sort of looked round, and clearly people had done it before, and somebody had screwed a duck to the beam. Yeah. And I was just like, I get the joke.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That is genius. That's
like
genius.
Everybody must have done it, and then whoever put that duck up there knew from that point on it's going to catch everybody.
Yeah, but people would have probably clocked it after they hit their head. Like, that's what the duck's there.
Well, that's yeah, exactly it. Yeah, that's when it's there. Yeah, because the thing is, right, so you go in there, you get shown around and stuff, and you're like, the person said be careful, yeah, but the walls were white, the beam was white, everything, like, so it all blends in, and yeah, and it's the turning around because you're not looking, are you? So like when you're walking forwards, obviously you can see, you can be prepared, but I think I turned around to do something, turned back around and stepped, so nearly killed myself. Yeah,
should have ducked.
Yeah, should have ducked. Yeah, sign was there all along.
Did you ever think the reason why they put the sticker of a duck is because, you know, in Welsh language the words are ridiculously long, and if they had to write duck in Welsh onto the beam, they didn't have enough space.
Yeah, the wall's not long enough.
Yeah. Like some of the signs were like hilarious when I went to Wales. Like it'll have it in English, welcome to blah, and then underneath they'll have it in Welsh, and they've had to extend the sign because the word is so bloody long.
I just don't know a language that has so many vowels in it. Like you imagine the Welsh countdown. I'll have a vowel. I'll have a vowel. I'll have another vowel. I'll have another vowel. Yeah, another vowel. Yeah, but that's 7 E's. Yeah, I can make a word out of that.
Yeah. They've only got time for one round in Welsh countdown.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, like it's a big deal on normal countdown, like a 9-letter word, isn't it?
Like in Welsh countdown.
Like, well, I've got a 63-letter word.
They get 20 minutes to do get their word right. You know, we've got 30 seconds in the UK countdown. So. Oh man, it is fascinating. Honestly, the language is absolutely fascinating. Oh man. There's holidays. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
Did the kids enjoy it as well? Or?
Yeah, no, they enjoy it wherever they go. I think we forget sometimes that kids are just happy to be away doing something different.
Yeah.
So like they could be on a beach anywhere and they would have a good time. So, as adults, we're like, oh, we've got to take them abroad. We've got to do this, When we went to Spain a few years ago, they loved it there, but they liked it equally on the beaches.
There we go.
Where we were, it was a hot day and they could go paddling and stuff. So job done.
That's nice, mate. Ultimately, it's just a break, little break from work and everyday life for adults and for kids. Just to recharge your batteries, enjoy the sunshine a little bit, and enjoy time with the family, and then go back to living life again. So, yeah.
Yeah, getting punched in the face in London. Yeah.
Get your phone stolen. Wallet goes missing. Nice one. And that's a wrap for this week's episode. Thank you so much, as always, for listening to me and Si ramble on about everything and anything. So, if you could do us a favor, I think I'm going to be generous, Si, for this week only, and I might extend this, but I'm going to tell our listeners, if you want to follow us on Twitter, I'm going to make it absolutely free. So you can follow us for free. I'm not going to charge you this time. You can follow us for free on YouTube as well, and you can follow us for free on Spotify. But I don't know how long this is going to be up for, so you better do it now before I start charging you. I don't know when it'll be, but yeah, go hit the thumbs up, follow, likes, blah 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 blah, all that crap, and yeah, So that's it from me this week. Thank you very much.
Yeah, take care, all. We have rambled a bit this week, but hey, it's the first one of the year, right?
We missed you.
If you're listening to it this year, if not, it's the first one of whatever year this is. I don't know.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care all. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the JTS 51 podcast. For more epic content, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future episodes.